I think it was Justice Brandeis who talked about states being the laboratories of democracy. And I do believe in a case like this, whether it's marriage equality, whether it's legalizing marijuana, that there is a place, a very useful place for our states to be those laboratories of democracy, where other states can view, or the federal government can view, how a different state goes forward on a complex, difficult issues, like the ones I've mentioned. And I think in Washington State, we're doing our best to be one of those laboratories of democracy, to move forward in a thoughtful way, to work with the federal government, answer their questions, and hope to reach a resolution that avoids the kind of conflict we're talking about today.
So clearly your door is open to the administration in terms of something like cooperative enforcement agreements?
I mean, let's put it this way. I think it's fair to say that we've made clear to the federal government we want a solution, right? We want to avoid litigation. And as the Attorney General for the state, I'm always looking for any possibility that avoids a very costly, expensive, and uncertain legal dispute. And so I was interested in what Stuart had to write in his article about that as well. And that's something we're very much aware of. Obviously, I don't want to get into specific conversations we're having with the federal government. But yes, any solution that allows us to go forward and still meeting the federal government's legitimate concerns they may have, right? Making sure marijuana stays in the state of Washington. Those concerns are legitimate, and we want to make sure we're meeting those concerns in a thoughtful way, and anything that gets us there would be something I'd be looking at.
In terms of the process, is there ongoing communication with the federal government? Channel, red phone, anything?
Sure. It's
bat phone?
I'm not sure if it's a red phone, but of course there's communication. And we want to make sure we're answering thoughtful questions that the federal government has. I can just tell you, without getting the details of the conversation with Eric Holder, he was very interested in what we're doing in Washington State. How is it different than Colorado, for example? What are the nuances? What are we thinking about in terms of moving forward to make sure marijuana doesn't go beyond our borders, if the right people are getting the licenses? Those are all very reasonable questions. In fact, I appreciate the fact that he's asking all those questions. He's working hard. The federal government, I feel, is genuinely interested in understanding our initiative, what we're doing to have a buttoned-down approach to it from a regulatory framework.